I believe I figured out what was causing me problems. It appears every single time I go into the file to go and import something, that is when my screen recording cuts off. Now that I'm aware of this, that should no longer be a problem. Also, as you may notice, I now have a waveform and whatnot, and I have just, basically added a new thing to this, because last time we saw this in the video, I had the shapes that made things. We did not get into audio yet. So, let me go back to this audio pre-comp that I made, and let me just, delete this, and we'll start this off from the beginning. So, outside of the expressions, what we also need to do is we need to make ourselves a pre-composition of a music thing. So, here we go. Let me just go and grab this song that I got off of YouTube. It's right there. It's right there. And let me make myself a solid. So layer, oh, sorry, come on. Layer, new, solid. I'll make a green solid, make it composition size, why not? So, under the Effects Preset tab, under the Effects and Presets tab, we have Audio Waveform and Audio Spectrum. We have a lot more stuff than that. We've got, channel, colors, we can keying, we've got, perspective, we've got simulations, we've got so many different things. We've got rainfall, shatter, and all that. As far as the assignment goes, all we need to do is go under audio. And we can do backwards, treble and bass, delay, high, low, frequency, blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to literally type in audio, because there's, under generate, there's audio spectrum and audio wavelength. If you don't know what the word spectrum is, once again, click down here, the whole thing, there's generate. And under generate, we've got, light, circle, ellipse, fractal, grind, lens flare. Oh, look, there's audio spectrum right there. If you don't have this area for effects and presets, you can always go under the Window tab, and you can find it right there, Effects and Presets. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply click and drag. I can either click it onto that, or I can click it onto the layer. I prefer dragging it onto the layer. So drag it onto the layer, and now I have this. And it's going, okay, cool, I got this waveform. And over here, up at the top right, you'll note it, the top left, I got my project stuff, but I also have my effects. You can also go down in the effects under the layer and do it this way as well. In the timeline, I actually just prefer doing it up in the top left. So what's the source? The audio layer. Well, the layer that we're putting it on is the green layer, but the source is... Oh, I need to put the audio layer actually on the timeline. Put the audio layer on the timeline first, then let's go back to these controls. And make sure I have the green layer selected, because that's the effect controls. There we go, source. Because the green layer has no sound. But 19th Floor by Bobby Richards does. And as you can see, now when I hit play, I have my audio, and the form, does stuff. Now, it's a very soft song, because I just grabbed the first one I found off of YouTube that was, royalty-free, and I could just use it without having to worry about the copyright bots coming for me. So I can just, start frequency, I can change the frequency. Or, I could change the maximum height. Let's change the max height to that. There we go. Now we'll be able to actually see those bars moving. And there we go. We've got ourselves our height and whatnot. Audio duration, milliseconds, offset, if we want to change some offset, thickness, if we want to change the thickness of these bars. There we go. We can change the colors. Maybe this guy's going to be, blue or whatever, but I like it as is. And, once you get an effect you like, and I know that the assignment also says, now add the other audio effects and see how they create varied results. Okay, so let's go under audio. And, we'll go under audio, and, let's do some, flange and chorus, why not? Boom. So now we'll have, once we feel like loading, flange and chorus, reset, voices. Let's make some voices like that. Modulation rate, change phase, whatever, sure, 12. How does this change things now? Okay, it's got a little different, more of a hollowy sound here. Let's do backwards. Drag it backwards onto it. One moment. Let's get, if you want to undo something, just click the little FX button and it goes away. Let me put the backwards on the actual, there we go. Yeah, now it goes backwards, so the sound is backwards, which means and now I've made a backward sounding thing instead of a forward sounding thing. I just had to raise the volume so you could actually hear it. So yeah, you can just go and grab these different audio effects and just click and drag them on those layers. And of course, because we've got them in our timeline here already, because I put my pre-comp in the line as well, and now we've got ourselves our video and how it is we want to make something. So once you've got something that you like, once you have an audio effect that you like, and you have, the waveform that you like, or sorry, the spectrum that you like, save it to the render queue, send it out, and you're good to go. And now that I've realized that every time I go under import, that's when my screen recording breaks, I will be importing everything that I need before I start the video. So thank you very much on that. Sorry about this, happens. I'll just have to, at some point in time, turn these two-part videos into one-part videos, but I've already spent the better part of 5 hours doing all this, so let's just get that last video out of here, and then we'll see you again next week. So here we go, and yes, I realize I have some grading I have to do. I'm going to do that as well after I make these videos for today. Guys, have a great day.